Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Mike here at Game From Scratch, and there were just some pretty massive layoffs over at Unity, obviously the makers of the Unity game engine. And we're going to talk about what's going on there and what this means. And we're going to start things off with a chart, because charts are sexy, aren't they? And what this is a chart of Unity stock. You can see it's currently trading at $38.50, and it's actually down quite a bit. So these layoffs aren't necessarily the supercharged boost that they thought they were going to be, but let's look at 3 years. So they went public back in 2020, and they were trading at $68 a share. Immediately, we had a bit of a boom, which is pretty normal, but this is the markets are irrational. They always are. So we're looking at over doubled in price. It corrected, and then even back here at the near the end of 2021, we're almost $200 a share, which is insane. And then, boom, the market dropped, and we're at $38 a share right now. So this is what happens when you go public. You are now beholden to shareholders about your staffing levels and all that stuff. And the thing is, since they went public in all of this stuff, they've also made a number of acquisitions. And yeah, that's where we are today. They want their pound of flesh, and they're taking it out on the employees, which is very stupid, but that's often the way it goes. And let's go to this tweet that kind of kicked it all off. So this came out. This is Nick Stat, senior reporter at Protocol. He said, Unity CEO John Riccitiello, we'll get back to him in just a second, told employees 2 weeks ago he wouldn't be laying anyone off. This week, Unity reportedly began laying off hundreds. It won't respond to comments, etc. And I saw this last night. I didn't report on it because it actually came from Kotaku, not the number one source for game development news generally. So I wanted to wait for confirmation. Well, we now have confirmation. They basically laid off 4% of their workforce. More than 200 people are being let go, and they're letting them go from the dumbest areas of the company, which we will see in just a second. So as part of continued planning process where we regularly assess our resourcing levels against our company priorities, we decided to realign some of our resources to better drive focus and support our long-term goals. This resulted in some hard decisions that impacted approximately 4% of all Unity workforce. We are grateful for the contribution of those leaving Unity, and we are supporting them through this difficult transition. So that's the official statement from Unity. Let's read that in English. Yeah, we just canned 200 people. And yeah, we're planning to do it all along, which is lovely. So this makes CEO John just that much nicer. And coming back to him, he was the CEO of Electronic Arts. We're going to go back to the original document from Kotaku. I believe they were the first ones to report it, so I will use them as the primary source here. Unity was founded way back in the 2000s, used by thousands of developers. You guys know this is a development channel. In 2014, EA had John Riccitiello took over as CEO. Just so you know, by the way, before that, he was at Electronic Arts, and in 2012, Consumerists voted Electronic Arts the worst company in the United States. The worst. They beat out, I guess technically, Bank of America for that title. So good job there, EA. And then they pulled off a super impressive feat. They did it again. So if you remember early 2000s, there was like the EA spouse thing. Basically, everybody, they just got out of EA. They were crushing studios left, right, and center. People hated working there. It was a crunch culture. It was a terrible, terrible place. So Unity thought, hey, let's hire the CEO from the worst company in America back to back. Literally after they went. So 2012 and 2013, EA, worst company in America. And then they hired him. So, yeah, good timing there. By the way, in 2020, he made $22 million. So if you want to get some of that money back, maybe this is where you should be looking. So they said they had 3,300 employees before the IPO filing. The LinkedIn and Glassdoor pegged that figuring north of 5,000. And here's where it gets really stupid. So Unity is a massive sprawling company. Where are they laying off people from? AI and engineering. So the people that actually make their tools better, those are the people they're getting rid of. Great forethought there. And the funny thing is, every time Unity does something really stupid, Unreal Engine just seems to, like Epic Games, they swoop in there and they like kind of kick them when they're down. So I wouldn't be surprised that a bunch of these engineers have already been hired. Like, it's just, that's the stupidity of it. When you're letting people go, you don't let them go from the core engineering teams. And the funny thing is, they're blaming the loss of revenue mostly on ad decline because they can't track the way they used to. So Unity ads aren't worth as much as they used to be worth revenue-wise. Ugh, not a good look. So those people that lost their job were asked by their boss to log into a video call, and then they basically got the boot. There's some details about how they are going to be laid off. So they got a month to find another job, but apparently all jobs are being frozen. I've also heard a rumor that they've lost access to Slack, the internal board that they would use to find a new job. That's completely unconfirmed, so who knows there. But yeah, company has reportedly enacted a hiring freeze across all departments. So you've been laid off, you have a month to find a job, but we have no jobs. Now I gotta swear, don't generally swear on this channel, but hey, it's a direct quote and it seems to apply. Unity has been a shit show lately, one person familiar with the situation, who requested anonymity for fear of reprisal, told Kotaku. Attrition, mismanagement, strategic pivots at rapid, unpredictable rates. Unity has gone on a bit of an acquisition spree lately. They bought Weta, the special effects company by Peter Jackson, for $1.62 billion, which would, by the way, that $1.62 billion would easily pay the salary of all of the people they're letting go for quite a while. And they also acquired Parsec for $320 million. So 2 weeks ago, they told they're not going to be laying anyone off. So you know how much you can trust the word of CEO John, right? Yeah, so that's it. And then they did a follow-up. So, yep, 200 people got let go, 4% of the workforce, and it's still ongoing. So who knows if there's more people going to be let go. And that's it. That is the nature of going public, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're at a company and it is going public, if you have a bunch of shares when it goes public, you're going to probably make a lot of money, and then you're going to see the company swirl down the toilet for the next couple of years, because that seems to be what always happens. So these layoffs are no surprise, and let's not kid ourselves here. This whole thing, if we look at the economy in general, what you're seeing here, this kind of a tank, you're going to see that across the market. Nothing to this degree. Like this is like a quartering in value. That is not normal. But the whole market in general, for example, I own AMD shares and I've watched them go down about 20% in value. It's just the nature of the beast. The entire market is down. The economy is not in a great place right now. But this is something else. This is a mismanaged, badly run company. And I would say if you've got a CEO making $22 million a year and you watched him take your company public from $200 a share down to under $40 a share, maybe instead of letting go of your engineers and your artificial intelligence research team, you might want to look for a new CEO, especially when that CEO's resume consists of worst company in America back to back the year before you hired him. So, this is tragic. I feel bad for the people that lost their job. It's entirely not a shock to me, and I don't think it's a shock to many of you, but I would love to hear what you think. Comments down below. I shall talk to you all later, and goodbye.